Okay, so the movie I have prepared is Oh My God, which is directed by Mr. Umesh Shukla. With here comes the intro of the movie that goes distraught from his shop being bought down by an act of God and the refusal of the insurance company to compensate him. Kanji is forced to file a case against God. The case goes with the name Kanjilalji Mehta versus God and the Insurance Company 2012. Here the plaintiff is Mr. Kanjilalji Mehta and the defendant is the insurance company and the representatives of the God, the so-called representatives of the God, we can say. The facts of the cases are Kanjilalji Mehta, who happens to be an atheist, owns a shop of Hindu idols and antiques in Chor Bazaar, Mumbai. One fine day, he is cursed by Hindu guru Siddheshwar Maharaj that God will punish him, and later, an earthquake of a very minor magnitude hits Mumbai. No damage is caused to any shop in the Chor Bazaar other than his shop. Kanjilalji Mehta approaches the insurance company for his claim. They cite the force majeure clause in his insurance policy and deny his claim as the earthquake was created by an act of God and hence not covered in the insurance policy. Here goes, as I have cited here, the term the force majeure, which literally means the act of God. So Kanji Lalji Mehta is forced to file a case against God. He sends legal notices to all the gurus practicing and preaching the Hindu religion and its ways. He files a suit for recovery of the money against the said gurus and religious sects as the insurance company calls the reason for damage an act of God. The defendants counsel, or in other words, counsel for religious heads, seek redressal of the suit on the basis of Order 7, Rule 11A of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 on the ground that the cause fails to disclose a cause of action. The issues goes with whether the suit is maintainable in the court of law, is the insurance company and the religious sects liable for Kanji's loss, and the third goes with are the fees and other offerings the plaintiff paid with the assurance that no wrong will happen should be liable for the damage caused by act of God. However, the proceedings of the court carried out with the original jurisdiction. The legal points goes with force majeure or act of God. Force majeure is generally a French term which means a superior force. It is a common contractual clause that essentially negates the liability of a party when an extraordinary event or circumstance takes place beyond the control of the parties. The example of the same can be war, riots, strikes, etc. Other than that, there could be natural phenomena like earthquake, hurricanes, floods, cyclones, etc., which fall under the common bracket of act of God. This clause prevents the parties from fulfilling their obligations on the contract. Mostly we find this term and the uses of the term in the topic of laws of torts, which are mostly not in use in the modern time, but are really important in other cases and have their relevance in other cases like be it Indian Penal Code, be it Code of Civil Procedure, be it Criminal Procedure. And the second legal point goes with the Order 7, Rule 11A, where it comes with rejection of plaint where it does not disclose a cause of action. As per Section 26 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908, every suit has to be instituted by the presentation of a plaint or in such other manner as may be prescribed. The case analysis goes with the defendant counsel takes the said defense as no cause of action against the religious hates were made out on account of the earthquake being caused to the plaintiff's shop. However, the said defense was rejected. The plaintiff tries to demonstrate the hypocrisy in the religious practices as well. Lately, the religious sects agreed to bear all the losses faced by the plaintiff, and the case was dismissed without any conquered verdict, as we have seen in the movie. So, going towards the conclusion, Oh My God is an official remake of the 2001 Australian movie, The Man Who Sued God. Uh, Originally, the makers had adopted the film The Man Who Sued God for a Gujarati play titled Kanji Virudh Kanji. Thereafter, they used the storyline to play for the film. During the court hearings, the press interviews, Kanji tries to demonstrate the hypocrisy in the religious practices. He shows that just because somebody is praying to God or is a firm believer doesn't mean that nothing adverse can happen to them. He bases his case on the fact that these religious heads take donations, fees, and other offerings and assure no wrong will happen, and that is why they should be liable for the damage caused by act of God. The movie questions our mindset and our belief in the way we conduct our prayers to the divine. The movie does not question to God but questions how we have commercialized its existence, and that there is a fear in our minds that if we don't follow the supreme power, we will be doomed. All in the movie is essentially a comical satire on our religious practices. It comes with a message that stays with us for long. That's all, man.